Hey there everybody, Shane Rick Customs back with the third and final part of the how to make a silicone block mold series for casting LEGO custom pieces. Now I've let this mold dry for 24 hours, which was the cure time on the instruction pamphlet, and as you can see it is now a semi-rigid rubber sort of material. And now we've got to get the actual silicone out of our mold box. So the best way to do that is if you did use a Lego mold box like I showed you in the previous video, then you can just take the Lego pieces off and there you go. But for something like this, a mold box that is made from a little I suppose tub or another little plastic container, it's a lot harder to get out. In my previous video I did state that you wanted something with a bit of flexibility to it. So for example, as you can see, this does have some flexibility to it, this plastic container. So what you're going to do is just going to work it around like this. And because we put that Vaseline or demolder spray in before we did the silicone pour, it should be a lot easier to pour out. So let's just what you need to do is essentially get a little edge out, and then because it's nice and rigid you can pull it without tearing it, and even if you tear it a little bit on these corners it's not a big deal. And there we have it. So that's our silicone mold now out. So the next step we want to do is take out the head pieces that we use in the molding process. So let's do this now. Okay, so I'm going to use a small mold here to show you how to take the headpiece out. I was going to show you how to do it with the big mold, but the principle is exactly the same and you can see it a lot better with a smaller mold. So before we actually demold the headpiece, you can see that the silicone is very, very flexible, but at the same time it's quite rigid. So as you can see, there's the flexibility to it, nice and rubbery, and then we've got our little headpiece in there. So what you want to do to get the headpiece out is spin it around and find sort of centrally where the headpiece would be on the top. So it's essentially in the middle, so we're going to press in the middle of the mold. And the headpiece will just come out like that. And we can just pull. And there you go. So that's the headpiece we originally put in. It's just a stock standard C3PO head. We're going to do some custom protocol droids with this mold. And as you can see that hole in there, well, that hole in there is now where we're going to pour the plastic. So I'll do another video of what plastics are best to use and how to do a plastic pour, but let's skip the video ahead and look how to demold a piece that has been poured and see what it looks like compared to the C3PO head. So let's go do that right now. Okay guys, so we've now got the mold and we have now poured a coloured plastic into it. As you can see, the coloured plastic that I've used is I suppose a medium yellow to a lime green. The reason I chose to pour that into a Protocol Droid headpiece mold is just because I had a little bit of leftover coloured plastic from a previous custom that I'm doing. So I decided to chuck that in there. But the plastic is all cured now, as you can see, it's nice and rigid. So we're now going to demold this headpiece from the mold, much in the same way that we did the original, which is pushing up from the bottom, and the headpiece will just come out the top. So let's do that now. And there we have it. Okay guys, so as you can see, this one here is what we just took out of the mold, and as you can see, it is absolutely flawless. It really did capture the detail well of the original, which is this one here in my right hand. Let's give you a quick look at it. So it's almost an identical copy, this one in my left hand. Really, really nice. And I suppose this really is mainly a product of using a good quality silicone. A good quality plastic is very important, but a good quality silicone is the main foundation. If you use a bad quality one, it won't capture the detail nicely, it will trap air bubbles, and it just won't capture the detail. So if I'm going to say one thing to take away from this entire series is use a good quality silicone. Also, you will need to drill a hole in the bottom of this headpiece here with the drill piece, so you can actually fit it on a Lego torso. I suppose that's quite a minor little thing. It's very easy to do, and not a big problem at all. You could design a 2-part block mold, so you cast it with the hole already in there, but that is a bit of overkill in my opinion. I will show you guys how to do a 2-part block mold in my next set of tutorials, along with I suppose a video on what are the best plastics to use, where to buy them, and etc., and how to do the pours. I left that out of this video because I think that it deserves a tutorial all on its own. But that's all for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you will give this a go at home. I will say, though, before I end this video, that I don't sell these pieces here. I sell my own customs, ones that I've designed myself, but because this is a cast of a Lego design piece, I don't make any profit of casting these pieces, simply because it is stealing Lego's design, and I think it's a bit unethical. So I don't sell any pieces that I've used with a Lego cast, unless I really customize it a lot with add-ons and whatnot. But for example, this one here is essentially an exact copy of a Lego piece, so ethically I don't sell them. But I hope they've done a good job in showing you the effectiveness of the casting process. That's all for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and my main channel, which is linked to down below in the description, where I show all my customs in their entirety. If you want to go purchase any of my customs, my eBay page will have customs on it in about a week's time. It's been a long time coming, so they'll be up there in about a week. And if you haven't already, check out my blog, which I'm pretty sure I've already got some information about good plastics to use for the casting process. But that's all for this one, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, have a good day.